good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Solomon Mklanga, and I'm the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training. Ladies and gentlemen, I will proceed to introduce the high table. On my left is our Honorable Minister, Honorable Tinoma Chakaire, the Minister of Youth Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training. Next, on the left of the Minister is Mr. Navil Mavu, who is the Child President for the 2023 to 2024 period. And next to him is Mr. Nyakbande, who is the Director for the Zimbabwe Youth Council. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the 1st of November, is Africa Youth Day. And our Honorable Minister will be making a press statement in commemoration of the day. Honorable Minister.
Thank you. A very good morning to you all. Thank you, PS. I want to recognize the presence of our Chief Director, Mr. Mr. Chisima, and left, and recognize the Junior President, and the Director SlyMedia Director Communications. Ladies and gentlemen, media fraternity, it is welcome to the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Development, and Vocational Training. I'm going to read my statement. Today's date. Zimbabwean youth joined the rest of the African community in celebrating Africa Youth Day, which is to be this year's commemorated on the 1st of November 2023. The day was set aside and adopted on 12 September 2006 by the Executive Council of the African Union at the adoption of the African Youth Charter, which proclaimed and instituted 1 November is Africa Youth Day. Africa Youth Day serves as a platform to highlight the achievements, resilience, and potential of millions of African youth and their role in driving socio-economic, political, and cultural progress in this continent. This year's event is specifically significant as it aligns with the African Union's Agenda 2063, a comprehensive development framework aimed at creating a prosperous and united Africa. The theme for Africa Youth Day 2023, African Year of Human Rights towards Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, underscores the importance of upholding and promoting human rights as a fundamental aspect of African development. It serves as a call to action for governments, civil society organizations, and all stakeholders to prioritize the protection and empowerment of youth, ensuring they have equal access to opportunities, education, healthcare, and inclusive participation in decision-making processes. In the spirit of the Youth Month, the celebration of the Youth Day, Zimbabwe, through the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Development, and Vocational Training, is proposing to have a program on the 22nd of November 2023 at Harare City Sports Center. The ministry has since extended an invitation to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambuzo Mnangagwa, to grace the occasion and interact with young people in the form of an indaba or dialogue. This is meant to open up access and the platform for the President to dialogue with the youth while celebrating the youth on the continent, strengthening opportunities for young people to contribute and channel youth motivation, energy and creativity towards political, social, environmental and economic renewal. The celebrations will be attended by young people drawn from all the country's 10 provinces, representing all the youth sectors. Besides local participation, regional youth bodies have also been invited to attend the celebrations and present solidarity messages regarding the youth empowerment agenda. Youth organizations, associations, and other agencies will be invited to also exhibit. As the youth demography constitutes the majority of the total population in most of African countries, it is of paramount importance to recognize and strengthen youth efforts in socio-economic, political, and environmental discourse. The African Youth Day celebration theme will rest on Agenda 2063 Aspiration 6 to be specific, which calls for people-driven development, relying on youth. This innovative approach is designed to provide the big push and propel growth and transformation through fast-tracking the implementation of programs identified by Agenda 2063. In this regard, the Ministry will weigh in realizing this by ensuring the improved youth participation in decision-making processes through establishment of special youth economic zones, digital skills training programs, intensifying training with production, financially supporting youth in businesses, establish work space for youth in business, establish youth volunteer corps. As you are aware that as the ministry, we've got a very big role in terms of youth development and youth support when it comes to empowerment. So we've got a very big role to play in terms of supporting our young people of Zimbabwe. May this day be reminded for this. May this day be a reminder of the strength and resilience that lies within you. Embrace your uniqueness, seize opportunities, and never stop believing in yourself. Together, let's build a brighter tomorrow for Africa, where every young person has the chance to thrive and make their mark. Wishing you a joyful Africa Youth Day filled with inspiration, unity, and endless possibilities. Keep shining, the young people of Zimbabwe. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. I would like to take again this opportunity to invite the media here if they have got any questions to the Honorable Minister. Perhaps I would want 3 questions from members of the media before we close the meeting. And if you have got a question, you can indicate which media house you are from. Very clear, Honorable Minister. I think the statement was very
Please give us questions.
Right, yes.
My name is Monica Chanda, ZBC Classic 263 Radio. My question is posed to you, Honourable Minister, in relation to the upcoming budget. Seeing that today is Africa Youth Day, are there any consultations that you have had in relation to some of the expectations from the 2024 budget that should be presented for youth empowerment?
Yes, thank you very much. Allow me to say, as the ministry, it is your right as the young people of Zimbabwe to also be members who are participating when it comes to budget consultations And I want to say it has been done, the process has been done, and it's still ongoing. And there's quite a number of issues that came up from these young people of Zimbabwe. So we're just hoping that everything that was raised, it's going to be also included in our budget.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, thank you. My name is Richmond Siakurima from Radio Zimbabwe.
How are you, Mr. Richmond?
Yes, how are you, Honorable? Over the years, youth in urban centers have become beneficiaries of funding, especially when government releases such funds, marginalizing rural-based groups. What is government doing to ensure that all the youths benefit from any possible funding from government if they are going to develop in their various projects that they want to take up?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Siakurima. As you are aware that our president, His Excellency Comrade Mnangagwa, has always said, we mustn't leave no one and no place behind. And also to say this ministry is a new baby. And it was established 2 months, less than 2 months. And we also want to assure our young people throughout the country that we are not going to be focusing on only young people that are in Harare. We are going to be focusing with every young people in Zimbabwe. So every benefits that are youth related, we must make sure that even, where do you come from, Mr. Siakurima?
National and East.
Right. So if you come from National and East, if there are young people in National and East, they must also benefit. It is their right as Zimbabweans, it is all our rights as Zimbabweans, either in Noton, in Bulawayo, in Mashingo, in Gokwe, to benefit. And there is going to be proper communications in terms of communication with all the people, all those that are not able to access communication. We are going to find ways and means to make sure that if there are upcoming programs, they are all inclusive.
Maybe supplementary, Honourable Minister, what are you doing in terms of collateral, which has become a major headache for the youth to acquire funding from various financial institutions?
Thank you. I'm going to respond to your question relating to our bank, which is the Youth Empowerment. Is that right? I know there were a lot of queries, cries, young people saying we don't have collateral when it comes to loans, accessing loans, we don't have houses. But now, after a lot of considerations and proper investigations into the matters, we've realized that it is important to make sure that everyone who doesn't have surety or security when it comes to borrowing, that borrowing either is borrowing for the project, that project can also be the collateral. So I want to assure you that it's going to be, we've made an easier way in terms of securities when it comes to borrowing or these loan facilities. So it's going to be very easy than before. So I want to assure the young people of Zimbabwe that their bank is there and we've made it flexible when it comes to borrowing. So I want to assure them that there is no more hassles when it comes to borrowing. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Honorable Minister. My name is David Mchabaya, I'm a student from the University of Zimbabwe doing journalism. So my question is more directed on your answer that you've just given, that you are assuring effective communication to gather information as per helping the youth in Zimbabwe. So my actual question is, are there proposed effective ways of getting that information? I mean, methods of obtaining what challenges the youth of Zimbabwe are facing?
Definitely we have. In terms of communication, remember, every one of us, we've got, if we are talking of those that are in rural areas, we've got our chiefs, we've got our village heads. We have to make sure that when we are disseminating information, it can also be disseminated through those structures, whereby we communicate with the office of the local authorities, the village heads, the chiefs, so that we make sure that the information is going to those that are underprivileged when it comes to communication.
maita basa minister ndonzi mudzingwa Tobias ndoshandira kuPOA Studio 7 vari kuchema vechidiki vachiti mabasa tava nenguva tichimapuromisiwa asi anenge asiri kuuya tava kurasa tariro vamwe vakuti taakutiza nyika yacho tiende kunotsvaga mafuro manyoro kune dzimwe nyika mungavapa shoko here minista vari kutaura zvinhu zvakadaro kuti aiwa zvinhu zvichadzikama uye sehurumende sebazi renyu tichatora matanho 1 2 3 4 5 okumbira mungondorerawo nechishona minista
ndinotenda vamuchapai mudzimba vekustudio 7 nditaure ndichiti tiri kurwadziwa zvakanyanyisisa tikaona vana vedu neruzivo rwavainarwo rwakanyanyisisa vachibuda munyika yavo yakanaka yechipikirwa vachienda kunoexhibita kana kuti kunoratidzira zvipo zvavainazvo kunyika dzekunze. Naizvozvo ndiri kupa chenjedzo kune avo vachada kuenda kuti nyika inoyi inovakwa nesu tese vechidiki ende isu tisuve vayo nguva inotevera. Naizvozvo ndinotarisira kuti ini ndiri mumwe wevamwe akambotiza achienda kunotsvagawo ndichifungidzira kuti kunze kwenyika kune zvinhu zvakanaka, asi ndine urombo hwekuti kune vamwe vatakaenda navo vandakanga ndinavo vakadzidzawo zvavakadzidza, asi dambudziko ratinonosangana naro kune vana vedu vari kuenda kunyika dziri kunze dzine mitemo yakanyanya kuomba kudarika yatinayo muno muZimbabwe. Ndo chekutanga. Chechipiri, mari dzinobatwa iko kumateksi uchiseenzera unogona kungochiti uri kunowana mazviuru zvitatu $3,000 pamwedzi, but mataxis acho anoita kuti usare $150. Munokwanisa kuenda munozviongorora zvandiri kutaura izvi, munozodzoka monditaurira kuti zvandani ndiri kutaura nhasi chokwadi. Saka naizvozvo vana vedu vari kuenda kunze vari kunopedzisira vaakusvika vachibatwa chibharo yatinoti abuse there. Some of them are being abused nekuti vanenge vaenda vasingazive zvavari kunosangana nazvo ikoko. Kuti vachidzoka kunoku vakatsvagirwa mari nenzira dzakaoma kuti vawaniswe mari dzekuti vaende. Asi kana uchinge uri kumba kwako kuno kuburikidza nebandiko rino vechidiki ratakagadzirirwa nemutungamiri wenyika, ndiri kutarisira kuti isu tega sehurumende tinonida ruoko rwenyu yatinoti support kana tichitaura zvedevelopment. Imimi muripo kuuya nepfungwa dzenyu, tichange tichiunza zvirongwa zvakawanda zvinoita kuti imimi musununguke kuuya muchitipa pfungwa dzenyu. Nyangwe tiri hurumende tinokwanisa kubudirira nepfungwa dzedu, asi hadzina simba rakanyanyisa kana pfungwa dzenyu vechidiki imimi musingaisawo dzenyu kuti tibudi neposition imwe chete inoita kuti isusu timire nenyika yedu sevana veZimbabwe. Naizvozvo ndoda kuti kwauri iwewe kubva nhasi uparidze shoko rinoti isu vana vemuZimbabwe zvingaome zvikanaka, Zimbabwe ndo musha wedu. Tese tiri muno muhurumende, asi tinokwanisa kusimudzira hurumende yedu kana tisingatarise zvematongerwo enyika chete. Zvematongerwo enyika zvinoita, asi zvine nguva yazvinopfuura. Kusara chinonzi development, chekusimudzira nyika yedu. Pane urongwa nezvirongwa zvakawanda zvine vechidiki, asi nekuda kwokuti tinenge tichipuwa maonero akashata maringe nehurumende, tinopedzisira tisingachawane nguva yekuti tiende kunonzwisisa kuti ndeipi mikana yatinayo inosimudzira vechidiki. Saka ndoda kuti uparidzire shoko rekuti vana ngavauye. Inoyi iministry inomirira vechidiki, yakagadzirirwa vechidiki. Saka kuti tisimudzire tidevelop tinenge tichifamba pamwe chete. Ngatimbosiya imweya wekufunga kuti mai vako iwewe vakakubara havasina basa nekuti vakura, kana kuti havasina basa nekuti iwewe waenda kuyunivhesiti waakuziya kudarika ivo wozviti waakuziya zvakanyanyisisa. Asi uripo kuumbiridza mubereki wako, kuumbiridza nyika yako yeZimbabwe nenzira kana kuti negwara rauri kuona repamusoro rinoita kuti tinge tane chinobatika iwe neni wozosara uripo. Zvino imimi mukati vana muri kutiza nyika yenyu nekuti pane nguva yezvinhu zvinhu zvaoma. Kana vabereki vakasara vasisipo pamusha, zita racho rinosara riripo iri, rinosara risipo nekuti panenge pasisina achasara achidzidza achiziva kuti zvinhu zvinoda kuzosara zvichiitwa pamusha. Saka Zimbabwe is our home. Zimbabwe is your home. Let's build our Zimbabwe together as a team, work as a team, support one another, and love one another, and have peace and develop our country. I thank you.
More many questions.
Yes. Good morning, Honorable Minister. My name is Shauna Chikono from ZTN. The government has declared the abuse of drugs and substances a state of national disaster. Are there any interventions in place to make the youth shun this social evil?
Thank you very much. Let me start by saying, when it comes to drug and substance abuse, it is one of our serious problems as a nation. And if it's not handled in a very good way, we are going to lose a generation because of these drugs. But it's quite fortunate that because of our leader, His Excellency the President, he has also created a team, a committee that is led by the Minister of Defense, Honorable Obam Chinguri Kashiri. That team is working on modalities and how to curb these drugs, and also in terms of trying to make sure that we find a way to make this issue of drug and substance abuse end. There are so many ways. There is a technical team that is in place that is going to make sure that in terms of fighting against drug and substance abuse, we've made it very clear to those that are supplying drugs that they are arrested. So it is your job and our job as the government to work as a team when it comes to awarenesses, report these drug lords that are supplying drugs, so that we put this to an end. I just hope as we go on, we are going to see quite a number of programs that we're going to be doing as government to make sure that we curb these fights against drug and substance abuse.
Perhaps last question, because we have got scheduled other questions.
My name is Kizachi. I'm a freelance journalist writing for the Observers. Honorable Minister, there are a lot of recreational centers which are not functional across the country. Are you having any idea of when are you going to resuscitate them?
Recreational facilities.
Yes.
Recreational.
Recreational facilities, yes.
That question is related to the Ministry of Sport. Us, we deal with vocational training centers. That is the youth skills development. That's what we do. So when it comes to recreation, I think the question is for the Ministry of Sport. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning of interactions. A lot of other interactions which we are going to be having with the media fraternity. And once again, I would like to welcome you to the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Development and Vocational Training. We have got a job to do, and without the media, we won't be able to do anything. So it's very much appreciated that you were able to come for this commemoration of the Africa Youth Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good day.
Hey, I was already beginning.